Hey there. Well, we have reached a critical point in the transaction where we are under contract and it is time for the option period. So, wanted to kind of outline what happens next, what you can expect, just so you don't ever get lost and wonder what's going on and what should we be expecting. So traditionally option periods range, the traditional time frame is 10 days. That's what's been traditional for years. Traditional option fee is $200. Now that's always negotiable. Depends on the price point of the house, depends on the market, what's going on in the market. Is it a multiple offer situation? All that kind of stuff. But the name of the game is it's your option period. So it could be anywhere from 5, 7, 10 days. During that time, that is the buyer's right to do any kind of inspection that they feel necessary on your home. Whether you feel like it's necessary or not, it's their right to do their due diligence. Now, they are expected, and if they're guided by their agent correctly, they're expected to try to consolidate any inspections that they have into just one or two different times. First inspection that's usually done is a general home inspection. Depending on what comes up in the general home inspection, then that may lead into, a roofer, that may lead into a foundation guy, that may lead into a pool guy if there's a pool involved, that may lead into anything that was called out in the inspection as a deficiency, and then an AC guy. They're often called out. So things like that could be a secondary inspection. So traditionally it's the general inspection. And then usually in the general inspection, there'll be a termite inspection done. It's encouraged that they do a termite inspection. We use Red Star Home Inspection for our services, and Red Star does pretty much everything, but not everybody uses Red Star, and we can't control that. The buyers have the right to choose who they use for their inspection services, not us. And so there's the home inspection is first, and then traditionally a termite as well. And then from there, the secondary ones come. So depending on the length of time during the option period, usually once the home inspection is done, that inspector usually gets the report back to the buyer's agent and the buyers within 24 hours. And then they schedule other secondary inspections if needed. As the listing agent or representing the seller, we don't ever ask for a copy of that inspection report. We really don't want a copy of that inspection report, because if for some reason we are not able to make a deal with these people during the repair option period, say they come back at you and ask you for this huge list of repairs and you don't agree with it, and you're like, no, I'm not going to get that done. They have the right to terminate the contract, and their earnest money is refundable only during the option period days, whether it's 5, 10, or 7. And so during that time, if their agent has sent me a copy of the inspection report and we do end up having to terminate the contract with them, once we get back under contract with another buyer, I am obligated to share that inspection report if I'm asked for it. So, and we may not agree with that inspection report. So we, as the selling side, we don't ever ask for the inspection report from the buyers. Now, oftentimes it's given to us in negotiating because they know that once they give it to us, we have to share it. But it's a whole nother conversation. So I just wanted you to know what to expect during the option period. And that is, the buyers will be doing their inspections. We usually only get about a 1-day notice as to when the inspectors are coming. So your suggestions are, make sure all of your smoke detectors are working, make sure every light bulb is working, make sure and remove any debris like your lint filter in your dryer. They always check those and they tag those. Clean that. Anything that you can see, put your mind in a buyer's state of mind for a minute. Anything that you can see that if you were the buyer, you'd be like, yeah, that's questionable. Clear it. If your gutters have, junk in them, clean the gutters, because all that stuff's going to get called out. Keep in mind, the inspector by the state of Texas, and they are regulated and licensed by the state of Texas, their licensing requirements state that they have to call out, mark deficient, anything in the home that is not up to current code, or is not functioning at its optimal level. So you'll see a lot of things, you may see a lot of things if we get the report marked deficient. And oftentimes, sellers will get upset. They'll be like, my house, this inspector made my house sound like a piece of crap. My house isn't a piece of crap. And no, your house is not a piece of crap. It's just that's their job. Some of them get carried away and take their job to the extreme, and they make a house look like junk. And then some of them are lax and don't at all call things out that they should. So it's with any industry. There's going to be good, bad, and indifferent. So it is what it is. The process, though, is buyers have their time frame in which to do their due diligence. They don't even have to do inspections if they don't want to. They still have that time frame. And what that time frame means is if they decide for any reason whatsoever during the option period that they don't want your house, they can terminate. And all they lose is the option fee, typically the $200, and they get a full refund of their earnest money. So what happens sometimes, depending on the market, buyers, they'll put an offer in on a house, they'll enter under contract, they'll deposit their earnest money with the title company, and they'll get inspections scheduled, but they'll keep watching for new homes to come on the market because they're thinking maybe something better is going to come. And then sometimes something better does come, and they'll go out and look at other homes while they're under contract. They'll find one that they like better and they'll terminate. So never consider it a done deal. I never do until we're through the option period, because buyers can be flaky and we're in no control over the situation whatsoever. It is fully their rights to terminate the contract during that time. So we sit back, we wait to hear from their agent, we wait to hear about the inspection, we wait to hear about if any repairs are asked for, we wait. So you've got to pack your patience, do your due diligence, to sit and trust me that I'm handling this, I'm on top of it, and then I will reach out to you as soon as I have more info. Once we get through the option period and that phase is done, the only other time that we usually run into any issues is when it's time for the appraisal to be done on your house. But that's a whole nother conversation. I just wanted to give you information today on what to expect during the option period and the home inspection. So call me if you have any questions, and make it a great day. Bye.